Welcome back. This is episode 76, and we have a couple loose ends to tie up before we head to the war table and see what our next step of the main quest is going to be. Alright, so first I'm actually going to go head downstairs because I think there's a requisitions table down there. Not 100% sure, but we do have to build that better courtyard upgrade. Probably get rid of some rings as well. Oh, I downloaded the 3 DLC, the DLCs that actually have content in them. Trespasser, Jaws of Harkoon, I think it is, and the Descent. Trespasser is the last one. You can only play that after the game. The other two you can do before the game, although I think it recommended doing... I've got to look it up again. I think I saw people recommend doing the Jaws of whatever it is first, and then saving the Descent for afterwards as well. So that's probably what we're going to do. But either way, we're not going to do any of them until much closer to the end of the game. I guess we also have stuff from... Oh, schematics, okay. Yeah, so we can make, like, tier 3 dragon-looking stuff. Cool. Alright. But what I really want is there not a requisitions table here? We might actually have to go to an actual zone first. Alright, well let's deposit some of those rings while we're at it. Guard, do we use... No, okay, that's a decent belt. Spike trap, I don't really need. I could probably sell most of these, and I probably will at some point. Rally, I think we might use for somebody. Enhanced payback strike ring. So I don't even know who uses any of these. I don't really feel like going all the way through again to figure it out. Alright, good enough. We're gonna have to sell some of the others as well. Actually, there's a merchant right here. Let's just sell some stuff here. Sell all junk first. Okay. Don't need a belt of electricity resistance. Ring of flanking isn't that good. Yeah, these are all basic rings. Let's get rid of them. Upgrades. Some of these could actually be useful. So we'll hold on to them for now. Battlemaster Code I don't really need. And the rest of these we can get rid of. Alright, down to 21, so we're getting better. I hate selling purple items, but I think I'm going to have to pretty soon. Okay, so let's head to a requisition table somewhere. We'll go to the hinterlands. Oh, that's right, Dorian's quest is there. Let's not go there, just 'cause I don't want to mess it up. We'll go here for now. Doesn't really matter where you go. Yeah, I don't care who's here. Confirm. As long as it has a requisition table. Come on. So yeah, we're gonna make the better courtyard, or not better, yeah, better courtyard. And then I probably want to sit in judgment of that one guy. What else should we do? I don't know. Maybe one or two other things, but then we'll get to the war table and at least see what our next
Inquisitor
branch of the main quest is going to be. We might not start it yet until we do one of the other areas, but alright. Let's equip potions while we're here. I do want to upgrade potions while we're at Skyhold as well. Alright, where is a better courtyard? Oh, we didn't find a quarry. I thought we did. Maybe that wasn't a quarry and I just thought it was? Oh well, I guess we can't have a better courtyard. Anyway, that sucks. Let's level these guys up while they're in the party. There's her special tree. Okay, and you can see there's now new upgrades to things because of the Trespasser DLC, I think. Or one of the DLCs. Oh, I need to get this first. Oh, I need to get this first. Seems like an interesting build, being a what is it, a Tempest? It's just it seems like something you have to put a lot of effort and understanding before you can really be effective with. I guess we'll spend it's kind of a wasted point, but I do want those extra upgrades because they're passives. And it's nice for companions to have passives. You don't have to worry about them using it incorrectly. Cassandra, speaking of passives, we'll give her more stamina. She might not need it, but she's getting it. And Varric is good. Okay, cool. Well, that was a waste. Sorry about that, guys. What is over here? Oh, requisitions, or... let's head over to the fortress, actually. If I can click on it. Somebody has a quest there, and I'm kind of curious what it is. Is it you? Looks like you. Is it a bug? Because you're not talking to me. Is it somebody downstairs? That's Dorian's quest. I'd be kind of mad if we go down here and there's not actually a quest here.
Done with you, recruits. Every one of you
There's not. It's just
will
bugged.
be ready to face a high dragon.
Unless it's like under the well, but I'm not going down there just to find a quest. See, when okay, it's grayed out because we're at the wrong level. Then we get here, it's still grayed out.
Inquisitor.
You said something.
Inquisitor.
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress?
Bandits moved in. Worse than Quillbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there and using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans. Blasted scavengers.
Carry on, Captain.
Is that the quest?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Clear out the bandits. Well, while we're here, I guess. Might as well get some more experience. We may need it for the journey to come. Alright, right-hand turn here. I am a little worried about exactly how much of the main quest we have left, because I was looking at the description and reading it, and it sounded like, you know, you've screwed up enough of Corypheus' plans, now he's weak and it's the time to strike. That would be like a final rallying call, but I know we still have at least a bit of the game left, because we have to crown the Divine, and I mean, the last quest ended at level 15, so it seems like there's still a lot of game to go. I certainly hope there is, because I'm not ready to be done with it yet. And the story quests are my favorite parts. Where am I going? To the right? Oh, we should talk to Dorian, I guess, while we're back at Skyhold. That's another thing we can do. So did the bandits take over this area here? Otherwise, where exactly am I going? I guess that would make sense as to why we just got the quest now. Yeah, they did. Alright. Time to take on some bandits. We don't have really a mage in our party right now. Get directly together. There we go. Oh, that was it? Wasn't super interesting, but hey, free XP and influence. Not gonna complain too much. Is there any new loot around here or anything? Oh, it was really two bandits giving you trouble, that was it? Some Inquisition army you guys are. Alright, well. Do we have to report it in? Or are we done? We're done. Oops. Let me get out of combat so we can teleport. And then we'll go back to Skyhold. Alright, so we can't make a courtyard, but we can talk to Dorian. We can maybe upgrade our potions. Since we should still have enough elf fruit left to make the courtyard when we have another quarry. What else do we have? I want to visit the Black Emporium again just to remind myself what exactly is there. Come on. Seems like the load times are a little slow tonight. We could also talk to our companions maybe, because it has been a while, but I'm always afraid they're going to have nothing new to say. It's going to be a waste of my time. What about you, Varric? Anything new to say?
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirkwall. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
Well, there's us. I like how they're playing the Dragon Age 2 music now. That's cute. See, I really wonder. It feels like that should have been your warden that took that role. Maybe that was in like the early stages of planning, but Bioware scrapped it. Like it feels like it should have been a choice between either your warden, the sibling if they become a warden, or Stroud if none of the above take place. But because we uploaded a save, so that would have been such a better decision. Like I don't mind losing a main character from one of the first two games, but it should mean something. And losing Hawk to save Stroud just that wouldn't quite do it in my mind.
Some of us heroes will make it. We're just too amazing to die.
Can't argue with that.
If we're both still standing at the end of all this, I'll buy the drinks. Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where she's going. Baker's breath. Isabella's going to be furious. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Have fun with that. I do enjoy the actual cutscenes there. Alright, let's sit in judgment on our strange Ferelden throne.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
I do kind of hope we get to go back to the Fade again, though, because, I mean, we still have to fight Nightmare, unless he's brought through later on, which is also possible. It just feels like the whole idea of this game is, or Corypheus' main goal is getting into the Fade to attack the Black City. It just feels like the final area of this game should be the Black City. Especially with like religion being such a big theme in the game.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I served a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Alright. Oh, you can make him tranquil. Interesting. I like that you can do that because you're a mage. But would I make a fellow mage tranquil, even an evil one? She might, because, well, the Thedas don't have tranquils, so she's not too familiar with them. But, Hawk definitely wouldn't after what she saw from Anders, but Brelin wasn't there. I don't think she'd be the vengeful type to kill him. Jailing him would just make him a nuisance. I'm kind of leaning towards the Wardens, one of these two. See, I'm also really tempted to see, though, what happens if you make him tranquil. Can you get some use for him? Because the tranquil she has met seem rather happy with their state, as they all seem to be, but the ones that have served me especially, they seem not as tranquil as like Owain and some of the others in the first game. You know, I think I'm talking myself into it. I was going to give him to the Wardens, but I think the ultimate pain for, because he wants us to kill him, so we're not going to do that, and I think the Wardens would probably kill him anyway. They don't really keep prisoners except for Corypheus himself. So yeah, let's go with the mage solution. Make him tranquil.
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning. A mage's crime, a
Vivian
mage's
approves.
punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot! I'm a lord, you pissants! I will not lose myself!
Shouldn't have said you wanted to die. I might have gave you the honor then. Judgment, how could you? Operation available. Interesting. Wonder who is annoyed at me. Solus or Dorian? Hopefully not too much though, because I was going to do a romance with Solus, but that may not be the case anymore. Okay, was there anything else I wanted to do before the War Council? Couldn't do the courtyard. I do want to talk to Dorian. Oh, there's another judgment. Alright. Let's build the suspense. Do another sitting in judgment thing.
Another of the lingering pains of adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the order.
Don't think I've met her.
She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Want to hear more about this?
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse. With full sanction, I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
I think there are lots of different choices, and they're all interesting. You can basically imprison her for life. So there's not really a just killer option. I kind of like sending her to the deep roads to die. The death of a warden. I don't think Leovar would have any problem judging a warden. Public humiliation seems... I don't know what that actually entails, but it seems too light for her crime. Yep. A warden's crime, a warden's punishment. To paraphrase her own words.
You feel your life is over? There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just... an end.
I think it sends a message. You wanted death? You got it. Let's see what the problem is. A new operation for that as well. Wonder if she was an agent you could have acquired if you did like the public humiliation option. Alright. I do want to talk to a couple of my companions. Especially Dorian about his parents. I haven't talked to Vivian in a while.
If you require any assistance.
Commander Helene. Oh, were you one of the trainers? Who are you?
Inquisitor.
No, but I do like your armor, and it's a shame that I don't think I can actually get it in this game. How you doing, Vivian?
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Interesting. Sounds like a fun hunt.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Well, I'm suspicious.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
And you don't trust me.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Although the last time I helped somebody make a potion that I didn't know what it did, it didn't turn out very well. Remember Anders? But of course that was Hawk and not Leovara, so... Just a big check or a big X.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
So it seems like maybe each of the companions have like a minor little quest where you go around in the world and do things for them. Like her recovering her tomes and all, and then like a real quest like this one in Dorian's. Wonder if Hawk counts as Varric's quest or if he has another one as well. Hopefully another one. I feel like there are lots of possibilities left. Her notes. Heart must be added at the last possible moment. Becomes unstable when exposed to light. Only viable for 3 days. Degrades in potency. Ah. The age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. So it's an age reduction potion for one of the Council of Heralds.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
One of the older members, I guess. Can I talk to her about it? It seems like a major medical breakthrough if you can make an age regression potion, even if you need the heart of a snowy wyvern to do it.
You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
I had visions. Echoes of what happened to me the first time. The Divine was there, or something like her.
Manifestations of your own mind, perhaps? Or external memories awakened by your presence? I suppose there's no way to tell. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
Yeah. Sorry you couldn't be there, but I think Solus was a little bit more useful. I've already asked all of these.
Your lost books have been found.
Your assistance in this matter will not be forgotten, I assure you.
Oh, we completed that quest.
Yes?
Anything else? No. So we can't confront her about this aging potion, I guess. Now, where do you see what their affection is? Does it show you anywhere? Oh, we do have an Inquisition perk to spend as well. Yay! Yeah, I don't know where it shows you there. Tactics on. What is this? Party member will stop using abilities that require it. We can set that low. I want you guys using all your abilities. I'm not going to be controlling you. Huh, was that always a 50 for everybody the entire time? That seems like a horrible idea. They were all essentially only using half of their potential. I'll keep mine at 10. Actually, I might put mine even higher. So that only I'm using spells when controlling her. Okay. It's the only way to look at our influence, or our approval. Okay, that's very beneath me. A couple people in here. Do we find any more research? No. Dorian is around here somewhere. Maybe up a level, or over here. There he is. Talk to me.
You have remarkably little here on early to winter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda.
We are pretty far from Tevinter.
But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
We're very close to Orlais and have a lot more influence there.
If I knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
Because you're a mage? Considering education standards in the South, that's hardly a recommendation. I apologize. That was unworthy. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
Well, I'm not a Darkspawn. And that noise I do recognize. That means my video is done rendering. I'm working on the Dragon Age 2 videos right now. So... she'd be sad of her Strahl, but she didn't know him too well. Like, she met him a couple days ago. I won't say it was horrible, though. None of these... I don't really like any of these, honestly. I don't think she'd be afraid to talk about it. I don't think it was horrible. She's not super broken up over Strahd. She learned... actually, I guess she did learn a lot. Let's go with this one, yeah.
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one.
Regained your memories. That's good, then.
I think so.
You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a Darkspawn. It did seem pretty easy, I guess, but I guess it really has to do with the anchor, and the making of that seemed to be rather difficult. It took whatever the Divine had, plus the ancient Elven sphere, plus maybe the force of the explosion that created the breach and destroyed the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I do want to know more about all that, because the last time they did it, it took, what did they say, 2/3 of the blood and 2/3 of the lyrium in the entire Empire, which was considerably larger at that time.
That's not exactly comforting, Dorian.
Nor should it be. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed?
They don't have a
Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
You don't number among them.
It's tempting, but I'm no fool. There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Well, he does seem like he was a magister, but maybe not a particularly powerful one. New operation, yay! Because the elf in the notes in the Fade just called him Master, but he did confirm that Corypheus is not his real name, the name he later took. Anything else you want to talk about?
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace.
Like your parents?
You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps
Speaking
I
of
should have
family.
invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
That's what Talus said too, I remember. The ham of despair. Did we talk about this yet?
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
Probably.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. The guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
You mean you fought with him?
I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
You still went after him?
It's true. What was I thinking? It's so cold down here. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
Alright, time to tell Dorian.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite.
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Yeah, I won't let him.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk him into it, but I do want to go and see what happens.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Does seem like a bit of a boring job. Alright. We'll do that in a little bit. For now, though, I want to talk to Solus, Liana, who else is around here? Oh, that's the way in. Solus is down here, I think. There he is. How's the
I
painting
cannot
going?
believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
It does seem really stupid. I guess I should go with this one.
I know. I'm glad we could end this madness before it started.
Thank you. I've been on my own for so long. It's difficult to get used to having the support of others. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving. What can I do for you?
Just questions. Yeah, I guess we've already talked about all that. Alright. Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright, so that's the explosion. Or is that the explosion? No, this is wolves and a sword. And a tower. Is that Corypheus? These are also abstract. Damn it, Solus. Paint something that looks like something I recognize. It's like Rapunzel? Maybe that's the Winter Palace? Where's the Fade, though? I think that would be a major one. Maybe this is the Fade? Oh, maybe that's me falling out of the tower? I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Alright, whatever. Oh, okay, let's see what Cullen's up to. I remember he had something important to say last time, so maybe he does again.
Gloat all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
I like they actually model those little pieces. Put a lot of effort into this. I do miss when, like you go into your ship in Knights of the Republic 2 and like your companions will be doing stuff like this. Adds an extra element of reality to the game.
Are you two playing nice?
I'm always nice. You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won, and I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
Don't even know what game it is, but sure.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. And between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Oh, I like this. You can either cheat to win, let him win, or play fair.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, I'll play fair and see what happens.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
We've been through enough to drop the formalities and simply talk.
I suppose we have. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
Yay me. It's a weird smile. Alright, cool little conversation though. I like that. What is on its desk? A letter. Dear Mia, I'm still alive, your loving brother, Cullen. Alright. Yeah. Write to your family more often, Cullen. Don't make them worry about you. I should probably talk to Liliana and Josephine as well, but I don't even know where they really are. They're around here somewhere. Liliana's up at the top of the rookery. That's the stair down. Where's the stair up? Over here? Yep. It actually makes sense architecturally. We've already read all these, right? How you doing, Liliana? Sister Nightingale?
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
I don't think it was really her. Yeah, I'll be honest, she saved me.
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live. Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember. Wait. You don't know what she meant either? There are no answers in the fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror.
Probably wasn't even her, just a spirit.
Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
Where'd you go? I wanted to talk some more. There you are.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Does make it more probable.
Is becoming divine something you really want? When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's has as much animosity against the Chantry as she once did, but she's still not exactly its biggest fan.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know. Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Mages make things fun. Wouldn't be much of a game without them. I think Leovara would go with this one.
It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear. If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Anything else to talk about?
A message from Divine Justinia.
Get lost in the mail, I guess?
Dead people usually don't send messages. And I see you feel it necessary to inform me of this. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died.
It just now got to you?
I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
It could be a trap.
Do you know what you're looking for? The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Interesting. You can say I instruct you, she doesn't.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it? Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Oh, I can't say it anymore, though. Not sure if I would have anyway. I think given the choice between the Chantry and the Inquisition, her loyalties would be to the Inquisition, but I don't want to rub that in, or she might change her mind.
Is this you asking permission to leave for a bit? Well, yes. I can't imagine I'll be away from my post for very long. And I was hoping you would agree to come with me. Will you at least consider it?
Well, in that case...
One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it.
What do you think it is? Give me
I
a
shall
hint
meet
here.
you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Where is Valence? I guess it's in Orlais, probably in one of those zones. Either the Emprise or the Emerald Graves. Anything else to talk about?
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage. You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you? It's what I'm here for. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
Watched you die for me. When was this? Oh, in the future, I guess. Okay, right.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here. Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain. It was still a sacrifice, and still noble. And I would do it again. The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling? Oh, you are referring to my outburst in the Haven. I am much better now.
I don't actually remember
Justinia
that.
was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Maybe I do a little.
Things going wrong? I'm shocked. I was with a hero Ferelden when he defeated the Archdemon. With him by my side, anything was possible. But there is no happily ever after, not when life goes on. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't really feel like the Avar will be too much of the crown my shoulder type.
How about we never speak of this again? If that was your intention, why did you bring it up?
Good question.
Oh. Right. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
Have we asked these? Probably.
Anything I should know? Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
Alright. Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
So, who else can we talk to? There are a bunch of people outside. For now, though, wrong way. I want the other door. This door, I think. Let's actually talk to Josephine, who is, wow, I'm disoriented, over here. Once we do that, we'll probably end the episode afterwards and maybe talk to our other companions next episode. While we're
And what
on a
else
roll.
did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, Your Worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Yeah. You two are good at delicates, so I'll leave it to you.
Can I do anything to help negotiations? Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia
simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment.
They are chiefly bluster, Inquisitor. Most of them. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss.
I guess it is good to be in the know as the leader of this alliance.
Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennar still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
How can you tell?
2.5 hours, I think. But no one's counting.
I feel like she would be.
Oh, dear. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
You really can flirt with everybody in this game.
No one else here has your experience, Josephine. Or your stories.
I'll try to curtail their length next time. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Well, that's good. Alright, so I think that's... Oh, are we up in my little area? We are. What's in here? Nothing good? I think I keep checking it here. That's right, the ladder to the loft up there. Alright, well that's pretty much everybody inside the tower, I think. When we come back, we will talk to some people outside the tower, we'll visit the war table, do some of those new operations we picked up, and spend our Inquisition perk, and see what everyone thinks about the next step of the main plot. So, hopefully you're looking forward to that as much as I am. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next episode.